Man, oh, y'all can see me this time? This is my first real podcast, my visual kind. So, yeah, we're gonna try to do something new nowadays. Computer making noise, I don't know nothing about that. But, no, we don't want no disturbing of the computer. Alright, man. Cool. So, today, what I want to talk about is this. Don't let your age and where you at hold you back from moving forward. Because in my mind, age is not really that important to your success. You can move forward and do anything anybody else is doing without worrying about your age. So, cool. I'm gonna work on that part. But man, today a whole bunch of things happened to me that kind of like put me in this where I'm at now. And it had me really truly thinking about my life and my relationships around me. So first of all, I heard this new song on my little Discover Weekly on Spotify. It was called Big Homie. This dude's name Simba and 2 Chainz. Man, it had me thinking. I was bumping all day. I probably heard it like 10 times just today. So I really enjoyed that. And I was like, okay, cool. So then on a day-to-day basis, I talked to one of my homeboys. I sent him what I'm going to do that day. And he sends me what he's going to do that day. And we kind of just bounce that off each other and saying like, hey, this is something that we do to try to keep each other accountable, that we're going to get things done on a day-to-day basis, right? So what happened was this. He talked to me, sent me a message about like, hey, I'm glad you being consistent and staying on this. And I was like, yeah, man, this is a blessing for me to do, right? Like you helping me out. And like I'm thankful that you gave me this gift of, keeping me accountable, because most people don't, right? I mean, a lot of people don't in my life, right? It's just like one of the things where I feel like I'm kind of on my alone. I'm on my own because I'm an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really just blazing this new path on a day-to-day basis, right? So what happened was I talked to him, right? Then I heard the Big Homie song, and then I heard that what's his name, Wallow 267 was talking about highest levels in life, and you're gonna maintain your relationships, right? You need to cater to these relationships because that's what these things that push you ahead. And I'm like, you're right. Like, I really enjoy the relationship with my boy, so I make sure I stay on top of it, like checking on him and things like that, just so we can build a bond, because I know he can help me, because he's on a higher level, and he can help me up, or help me get to that level that he's on already right now. And then the next thing that came up, seeing the video with Snoop Dogg, and he was talking about how, like as you grow as a person, it's a gap between you and the friends. Especially when you decide you're like, I'm not doing this dumb stuff no more. I'm gonna go ahead and raise my life up, right? So we all kind of start out about right here, and then as you start growing, you leave your friends behind. You know what I'm saying? And the only way that you can like come back and relate, or the only way you can really truly help your friends that's not growing, is if you come back down and then you try to pick them up from that point up. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about that. I was like, man, that makes a lot of sense. I said, and he said, if you don't decide to come back, you can move forward and go higher, but you end up losing a lot of people because they get so far behind that they not moving. So it's gonna be hard for them. They actually even see you, right? So I'm like, man, it makes sense. And I started thinking about like, you know what? A lot of times, listen to the Big Homie song. I was thinking about, in my mind, I know that age is not. Age is time, and time is gonna pass, and you're gonna age regardless, right? But the things that you can change is your mindset of where you at that time in life, right? So for me, I feel like as I'm changing my mindset, I'm getting better at things that I want to get better, because I'm doing things that move me forward, right? It's not just time, and it's not just age that's making me better. Because I started thinking about song and the song that Big Homie, and I'm like, you know what? I know a lot of people that would probably consider me they Big Homie, old and younger. Like I'm in certain circles, I'm the big homie. You know, like I know that these people looking up to me, and they not always younger than me. You know, these people sometimes be 10 years my senior. You know, and but they still look up to me as the big homie. And for me, I just take that as an experience that hey, these guys need a little more help, and these guys need help, and I'm gonna give them what I can give them to hopefully move them up. Because in life, and I'm on a different level than them, but I always keep in mind that it's places where I'm not the highest person. I'm not on the highest level on the road. So when I talk to my boy, and that I text every day, in my mind, that's my big homie, right? Like he knows a lot more than me. He's done a lot more than me. So when I talk to him, I make sure I respect his time, you know, and I make sure I take his words to heart. Like I'm attentively listening because I know he can help me move up to the next level, right? And I never let my ego get in the way because we the same age. We the same age. Like if he told me, if you call me like, hey, who's your big homie? That's my big homie. He's the big homie. He knows more. He's been done more. We the same age though, you know? Like so it's not like I'm not having like in my feelings like, hey, I should be there too. No. You know what I measure? Efforts. Straight up. Measuring your efforts. He been doing this a lot longer. He put in a lot more effort. When I was willy-nilly and 10 years ago, my man was sharpening his craft, you know, at that point that he's at now. So he's a lot higher than me, but at the same time, I understand. He put in way more effort than I put in. So he the big homie. Even we the same age, I might be older, you know, but in my mind, I take his words extremely serious. You know, like when he say something, cool, because I know that in life, when we was 0, he was here. When we was 30, I was down here. You know what I'm saying? Now we close to 40. I barely was moving up. He way up here. Like I can't do the hands. He way up here now. You know what I'm saying? But it's my job to close that gap. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put in the extra effort. You don't want my mans to come back down here to talk to me. For what? You know what I'm saying? Why would I want him to come back down? You know, like I'm trying to close that gap, so I gotta put the extra effort in to close that gap to get to where he at. Because if he ever stop going up, I mean, lightweight, that's my limitation. Because how he gonna tell me some places he ain't never been before? You feel me? And I'm already following him. So if he continue to go up, I never want him to look back like AJ. I'm gonna do this, walk you through this. Fuck, he ain't gotta walk me through. You know what I'm saying? Just point your boy. Just give me some tips and tricks right here and there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep pushing, you know, because I know I gotta put in the effort, and my journey gonna look a little different than his. But I never want him to turn around and be like, I'm just gonna stop for you. No. Now, bro, keep going up. You know what I'm saying? Where you go, I can go. It's a possibility that I could potentially get there, not today, but in the future. You know what I'm saying? So he goes to the top of the top. I mean, yeah, I'm next, bro. You know what I'm saying? You never want those people to stop. So that's why he will always be the big homie to me. Right? But I feel like that's not happening everywhere. You know, like it's a lot of people that don't believe that that's supposed to happen like that because they want you to come back and baby them. I feel like that too. People see me and they be like, oh, James, because in that circle, I'm the little homie. In other relationships, I'm the big homie. And I feel like they be like, well, what do I do next? What do I do next? And then I find myself trying to turn around and help this person do everything. Why? You know, like, man, put some effort in, bro. It ain't about the time, like, oh, we the same age. No, man, it doesn't matter about that. It's about the mindset. Your mind wasn't ready for this next level yet until you start working on it. Then you can get ready for that next level and you can move up. But you gotta change your mindset. Time heals wounds. Time does not move you to a success. Not at all. Not at all. Time will have you pissed off if you let it go too long. You know, it'll have your dreams turn into nightmares. Start haunting you. You let too much time pass. All right, it ain't gonna change if you don't change it. You can't change time, but you can't change your mindset. So that's how you move forward. Yeah, man. I hope that's cool. I hope you understand what I'm saying, man. But it's crazy how all that came together from just like YouTube, Instagram, my regular life, text messages, Spotify inputted a little bit in today. You feel me? That song is go hard, man. I'm telling you, go listen to it. It's called Big Homie by Simba. And I'm telling you, it's like the Lion King. Simba and 2 Chainz. It had me thinking about all these relationships and how it's so dynamic my life is, man, where like sometimes I'm the big homie, sometimes I'm the little homie, you know, but it never affects me like that because I know like I do things to help people because it makes me feel good, right? And I also do things, I listen to people so I can grow because that makes me feel good, right? You gotta know the difference in the two. So I'm doing all those to push myself forward, right? Because being grateful is a very strong thing to push you forward. Remembering, oh Lord, I'm on the YouTube, man. What's up? And I'm a dad too, and I gotta do dad things. So we're gonna end this right now. Yeah.